What up, beautiful people? Man, I be having insomnia. I don't know about anybody else if they be having insomnia, but I've been having insomnia really bad the last few nights. Just basically getting so, I want to say, sucked into this election stuff, but just so many things being revealed to me that I'm just sitting here now like wondering like, God, why am I so invested in this, or why do I keep going back and looking at this? But it's just like the more I hear, the more I'm encouraged to pray. um it's just so I was meeting with some beautiful ladies today. Shout out to um those ladies. And one of them made a very interesting point about like God putting someone in position. Now, you can choose to believe this or not, but that's just on you. But I read one thing, and it's just coming to me now, that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? So whether we want to believe it or not, if God has somebody in position and no weapon formed against them shall prosper, and that study I did the other day, and like I said, these studies are coming out of nowhere. When I read that verse, we always sing it in our songs or whatever, or say it, but I never really like looked into it. But in a deeper study of that, even in that verse, if you read that entire verse, it's basically saying that God created the person who is making the weapon, and God is created the person who would use the weapon. So in that in that context, no weapon formed against you shall prosper because God is in control of all of it, right? I'm not even gonna lie. If somebody was supposed to die, I believe that they would have died. Like I think if a person had a plan to kill somebody, and that person was supposed to die that day, they was gonna die. So I mean, I'm gonna leave that right there. But anyway, I'm just following this even more. So then I'm thinking about what I studied tonight, and that was Jeremiah. I want to say 29. It might have started at 17, and I might be off on that. I'm not getting up to pick up my notes or whatever. But in Jeremiah 29, actually, no, it's just the full Jeremiah 29. So I read Jeremiah 29. I started yesterday, and then today I picked it back up, and I was just looking for, new revelation or what God was trying to say. Um, and basically in Jeremiah 29, and I hope I get this correct. I'm not like 100 scholar or anything, but um, God had exiled um, the captives out of Jerusalem into Babylon, right? Nebuchadnezzar was the king, and he brought them the captives to Babylon, right? So in this story, the some of the people in were left in Jerusalem, as well as the king who sat on King David's throne. It said the name, but I didn't go back to write it down. But anyway, um, so I was like, God, why would some people left? Like, but here's the thing. When God put the people into exile in Babylon, basically he told them, live your regular life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Live your life. Like build houses, farm the land, eat from the land you farm, have kids, make sure your kids get married, and don't let your people decrease in number. And so as I'm reading on, like, God, well, why did you leave? And I need to know why you left some people. Well, it was the people that did not heed God's warning after he sent it time after time after time, right? So he exiled the captives from Jerusalem into Babylon, and because he was about to bring like illness and death and famine to Jerusalem, to Jerusalem, right? So he was saving those people. They had been listening to false prophets, and the false prophets had been lying to them and things like that. And Jeremiah was kind of trying to tell them like, now, and they was trying to come after Jeremiah like, look, we need Jeremiah out the picture. You know what I'm saying? The false prophets was saying that. Anyway, I'm just thinking about, and I was trying to put it all together and how it resonates. So I'm watching all this stuff about this election and stuff like that, and all this stuff that's going on, and people like, oh, this what's gonna happen, da, 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 da. And all I can keep thinking is, for those of us that are truly seeking and following God, He will remove us from situations where we gonna be cool. We gonna be straight. We gonna be safe. He gonna be like, hey, go ahead and live your regular life, right? And then I'm gonna deal with this over here while you over here still living regular. And it's so interesting. We were talking today, and I was like, it reminds me of when COVID hit. Like when COVID hit, I mean, people were like losing their job, like clearly because they shut everything down. The schools were shut down. All this different stuff was going on. Like, and I just can recall that I was never. I had the most banging financial year I ever had that year. It was like the best year I had at my particular job, right? I made so much money. Like I was getting overtime. I don't know what was going on. I was getting overtime. Like I was straight. I never felt any of that pain. And it really makes me fast forward to today and what God is saying. So that's why I'm not interested in this election stuff, not voting, not doing none of that stuff. I know I'm not saying that you shouldn't vote at all. I'm just saying sometimes taking a stand means not participating. And that's where I'm at. For me, taking a stand means just not participating. And for you, taking a stand may be participating, right? God may be telling you something different. And whoever you vote for, that's whoever God is telling you to vote for, vote whatever your heart and your gut say for you, right? Because we all on our own path. I'm not putting my opinion is just my according to my life. Anyway, but the point of this is to remember Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah 29 may have something to do with me being like something to this. I mean, like I said, it's encouraging me to just pray. Like pray for everybody. Like when I hear all this crazy stuff about any one of these people, I'm just praying for them. Like, I don't know what's true. I don't know what's real. I don't know what to take with a grain of salt, what to believe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put myself in a confused state of mind. Like I'm looking at it all like this is just crazy. This is insane. I don't know why we're even here. Why is this happening like this? But I'm just gonna pray for all these people. Like I'm just gonna add all these people to my prayer list, from Trump to JD to Kamala, whatever how you say it, to whoever she picked, all these people at the top and all this stuff that's going on. I'm just praying for these people. But for God people, just remember he'll exile us from, not necessarily like move us, but I think in this season, he will actually remove us from this chaos, right? Where it will not affect our household, just like Psalm 91, baby. They may 10,000 may fall at your side, but ain't none of it coming to you. I truly believe that, and I've seen God do it before, so I know I'll see him do it again. He's the same every day. But yeah, he gonna remove us from all this nonsense, and we gonna be good while he deal with the rest, like he deal with the foolishness or whatnot. And I'm not even believing in that. I'm just knowing that because I'm learning about who God is and how he will take care of us. Don't y'all worry, man. Don't y'all let fear is a liar. Do not worry, man. Peace.